I see nothing because it's dark. Can you imagine not being able to see? Oh my God, Big, you have to describe every fucking word to me. Hurry, wait, what's happening? Then I hear it. Swish, swish, swish. I have goosebumps and I don't even know why yet because you haven't told me. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We are dressed to the nines for those on YouTube.
Yeah, for those on YouTube, we are dressed in our costumes halfway. That's not my full costume, but I'm a minion.
I'm a vampire, but I only have my cape on.
Yeah, you really half-assed it.
I know. What, you want me to put my teeth in? I'm telling you the damn stories today.
Oh, right.
So.
No, I don't.
Is that good?
Nope. I'm going to take these glasses off because uncomfortable and they're kind of distracting.
They're very distracting. I need to see the fear in your eyes.
Oh, okay. Cool. Obviously, my kids picked my costume. We don't need to. Yeah. Same. So we thought it'd be fun to dress up for the occasion.
Sure. This is a special episode. Outside of the norm, we are telling you some spooky ass firsthand stories, whether from Reddit, from listeners. And if you've submitted one and it's not in here, don't be offended. We got a lot. There actually are a few that I haven't even read yet. Sorry. It got overwhelming. But we still have Sunday Scaries to do. Some of them might be that. Some of,
Right.
This isn't the first time we've done an episode like this, and it won't be the last. So don't you worry about that.
Hang in there. Yours, I'm sure, will get told at some point.
Yeah. So the first one I'm going to start with, it's from Reddit. It's the only one with the Halloween element. So I'm going to start with it. It's not the scariest one in this episode.
Easing you in.
We're just going to ease you in. All right. It's called Stalked While Trick-or-Treating. True scary story. On Halloween night, back when I was in 8th grade, I'm 27 now, my friend Kayla and I were giddy with excitement, messing around and getting dressed up in our costumes. This night was a special night for us girls because this was going to be the last year we go trick-or-treating. We thought once we became freshmen in high school, trick-or-treating would be too childish for the new cool high school students.
I don't remember acknowledging my last time trick-or-treating.
I don't either, but I do kind of remember being around that 7th grade maybe where I was like, all right, this is probably the last year.
I don't remember that. I wish good for them. I wish I made more of a celebration out of it or whatever. But
it's true. I want to say that. Bummer. Yeah. When you're pushing driving age, if you can drive house to house, we got to call it quits.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I just don't remember acknowledging it like that. Okay, great.
So we were going to go all out, especially with the amount of candy, grabbing pillowcases that we planned to fill entirely. We didn't waste any time going door to door, street after street, that we didn't even realize that hours had passed. Back during this time, the trick-or-treating time was a hell of a lot longer than the 2 or 3 hours it is now. Back then, it ended when the kids decided it ended.
So it went well into November.
How annoying. No, and by the way, this isn't that late. So she says, I didn't even think to look at the time until I noticed that there were less and less kids each street we came to. So I looked at my phone and said to Kayla, holy shit, it's 9:30. And we decided to head back to the house. I don't think that's that late.
Yeah.
Although if Halloween falls on a school night, on a work, you got to get up for work. Yeah. 9:30. Don't come a knocking.
Well, your last bonus episode, I think you said she got her last trick-or-treater around 11. And I was like, what the hell?
That's far too late. Don't you dare knock on my door at 11.
No.
So we should probably get back to my house. We can watch a movie and stuff ourselves with this, proudly lifting up the pillowcase, showing that it was more than halfway full. We started walking back towards my house, and as we were passing each street, we noticed how eerily quiet it got, seemingly out of nowhere. People were turning off their porch lights, signaling that they were not going to be passing out any more candy. Now, I was a paranoid person back then, and I'm still a paranoid person to this day, probably even more so now. So when I got that feeling, that chill that runs up your back and your shoulders tense up, I knew something was off. I looked side to side and get an urge to look behind me. I slowly turned my head to look over my shoulder, and what I saw made me nearly piss myself. About 4 houses down from us was Michael Myers, slowly walking behind us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He'll have that effect on you.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Once he saw I was looking at him, he stopped and stared, not moving a muscle, just staring.
Like the real Michael Myers.
I know. Oh, yeah, we get into that. Now, this would be creepy to anyone, but this was literally my worst fucking nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
My number one childhood fear just so happens to be Michael Myers. A little backstory. When I was about 4 years old, my mom was busy cleaning the kitchen as I sat in the living room playing with toys with the TV just going in the background. That creepy music caught my attention. Mm-hmm. Y'all know the one. Mm-hmm. The famous score of the original Halloween.
It's my favorite song. It was on in the background this morning.
Oh, yeah, mine too. It's actually paused downstairs, so I can carry on when we're done here. That creepy music caught my attention, so I stared, glancing up at the movie while playing with my toys. I grew less and less interested in my toys, and I had my eyes glued to the TV. You know the part of the movie where Michael Myers pops out of the closet and grabs... He grabs the guy after they just had sex. You know?
Yeah.
He grabs the guy and pins him up against the wall, then pulls back the knife and brutally stabs him, pinning him to the wall in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Well, my 4-year-old self had never seen something so gruesome and altogether just absolutely terrifying. And at that age, I believed it was real, and this stuck with me for a long time. That scene's pitch black dark, too. That's not even the most gruesome that they get. But it is a scary
Probably
one.
In the first one it is. First one's not that gory.
It's really not. You're right.
But noted that she was 4, so I can't have Halloween on while my kid's playing. Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carolyn tried to watch Halloween 5 with me the other day, and I was like, we actually really have to turn this off. It was when she was about to jump in the laundry chute and hide. I was like, this is not a good idea.
That's the scary.
That is intense.
That's where your anxiety spikes.
Yeah. I did not get over my fear of Michael Myers until I was in my early 20s. And I wonder what got her over it, because the movies only get scarier. But
don't watch the Rob Zombie one.
That's what I'm saying. So being in 8th grade, walking down a dark street, no one around besides Kay and I guess she calls Kayla Kay. Seeing my absolute worst fucking nightmare walking slowly behind us, I swear I thought I was going to pass out.
Yeah.
I looked over at Kayla, my voice trembling, and I whispered, "There's someone following us. Pick up the pace, but do not start running." Ugh. And Kayla takes off. I'm just kidding.
I was like, Kayla,
can you imagine?
Every man for himself.
Never talk to that bitch again. I'm just kidding. No, Kayla does what she's told. Kayla turned around, looking slightly over her shoulder, and snapped her head back forward and said, "What the hell? That is so creepy." Then she said, "Well, we've got 2 blocks to go. We'll see if he follows us when we turn." I nod, a million thoughts going through my head. Maybe I'm overreacting. It's Halloween after all, but why is he alone, and why is he following 2 young girls?
Yeah.
When we get to my street, I glance behind me, and I swear my heart stopped. He wasn't behind us anymore. I panicked, darting my eyes all around me. Oh my God, where the hell did he go? He's gone. Kayla turns around, squinting her eyes to scan the area, and suggested maybe he turned down a different street and was probably wasn't following us to begin with. So we cool. Then he stepped out from behind a tree, and this time he's only 2 houses away.
No.
He was like 4 houses behind.
This is the actual, I keep saying the real Michael Myers, but there is no real Michael Myers, but you know.
Yeah, this guy is.
When Halloween's seemingly over,
Okay, yeah, I know. She says that.
Stop it now. Game's over.
Yeah, it's all over. She says that. You'll see. He started walking towards us, gaining on us. I stood frozen in fear until Kayla yelled, "Holy shit, go!" We shrieked as we started sprinting the rest of the way. Mm-hmm. Then I felt my legs start to wobble. I thought to myself that this cannot be real. Could this really be happening? At that moment, I knew I had one goal, and that was to make it through my front door. We sprint up my driveway. Both of us practically crashed into the front door, frantically turning the doorknob, and my heart dropped. The door was locked.
Oh my God.
I know.
This is scary as shit. The good thing is if he is playing the part of Michael Myers, he is only walking. You fucking run.
Right.
Go to a neighbor's.
I'm pounding and pounding on the door, screaming for somebody to please hurry and open the door. I look behind me, and there he is, stepping onto my driveway, still headed straight for us. "Where is everyone? Please, Mom, help," she yelled. I glance back behind me and he's gone.
No.
It really is. I said I'm easing y'all into it. This is actually pretty scary as I say it out loud.
Well, if you're just in her place, you're in her headspace. It is creepy as shit. And now it's trespassing. Sir, the game's over. Like, enough now. We're banging and screaming for our mom.
You win.
You got the prank. Run along.
I went silent, so he's gone. I went silent, listening intently for any noise when all of a sudden he slowly came around the side of my house just a few feet away. This means he walked around the left side of my house, through my backyard, and came out on the right side of the house.
That's not cool.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. Is he carrying anything? Does he have like a big knife or something? She would have said that.
No, she would have said. Luckily, my mom got to the door and I screamed while practically falling into it. She looked at us like we were insane, and I yelled, "Close the door." Kayla slammed it shut, and we ran to the window to see if he was still there. My mom asked who we were talking about, and I told her someone was following us, and he was dressed as Michael Myers. She opened the door and stepped outside, peering around the front door. I nervously watched out the screen door while she went into the drive. She turned and yelled back to me that no one was out there, and it was probably someone just messing with us. This thought did cross my mind. It is Halloween after all. But to think a grown man, I'm assuming, is walking around alone, messing with two young girls, stalking them for so long, is just extremely creepy. I have to say, since I'm older and have seen the movies at least 1 million times, that stalker guy was 100% spot on with exactly how Michael is in the movies. The walking slowly but gaining on us so fast at the same time, disappearing and popping up out of nowhere, and also the fact that this scenario was my number one childhood fear that I've had multiple nightmares about. And even though I'm much older now, reminiscing that night still gives me chills to this day. It's just, I can't help but wonder if it was actually a prank gone too far, or if that person had more sinister intentions in store for us. Maybe it was someone trying to give us a good scare, but like once the girls are screaming in fear, the prank's over. That's enough.
Oh, she said that?
Let's not walk up their driveway. That's how she ends it. That's true.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. And that's the end of the story. So they're in 8th grade. She said, okay, what? You're 13, 14. Even a senior in high school just being a dick would take a prank that far.
Yeah.
Like thinking like, this is going to be hilarious. I'm like sneak around out back. Like,
it's not
very immature. And they could easily have the build and height of someone you would think is an adult, but they're really not.
Yeah.
Because especially if you don't wake up and hear like, someone was murdered in our town last night.
Yeah.
But it is a prank gone too far. You don't go on someone like in their backyard. What are you doing?
Right.
They're screaming and crying. Like she said, it's over.
Depending on where you are, that could be a death wish.
Right. Exactly. I'm like, where you live, that's a pew pew waiting to happen. I'm
also wondering if, as an 8th grader, especially your last time trick-or-treating, you kind of want something scary to happen to you, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if she's like, I believe they saw Michael Myers, he was creeping them out. I even believe that he came on their property, prank gone too far.
Oh, sure.
But gaining on them, like actually like disappearing behind the tree, all that. I'm like, are you maybe misremembering? I don't know. No, never mind.
No.
Cut that.
No.
I don't know.
Keep it. I mean,
if that were me, I would be interested to like run around a corner, get out of his sight. If he's seriously taking his craft seriously and he's only walking like Michael Myers, I would like hide in a bush and see what he does. See if he like rips it off and like, fuck, where'd they go? Or if he's still being creepy, because that would be telling if he's still just walking around and moving his head slowly and whatever.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. I would love to turn the tables and start watching him. See what he does.
Turn around and just charge him, see what happens. You know,
did you see those guys in Alexandria with the mask that went viral? Was a prank. Talk about a prank gone too far.
Oh my God, I bet that for literally 2 weeks straight they have been shitting their pants. Those idiots.
Oh my God.
And it was like family members. Who
you're never speaking to them again.
I mean, way too far. Within hours, it's on national news. They were shitting their pants for 14 days straight.
What, did they hear her on the phone with 911? I'd be like, okay, prank's over. Again, these people.
I mean, they did look young. That's when I saw that. I was like, these are
they're
kids
build
idiots. Ugh. And then also trying to open the door, it's because it was a family member. They were really going to get her good. Wow, you're a bunch of dipshits. I laughed. Roseanne laughed when I saw that. I was like, y'all have been losing your minds for 2 weeks. Yeah, you're damn right. You admit it.
They've learned a life lesson, you know?
Yes, they have. Don't be dipshits. Wow. Okay. So my second story, it's a long one. Buckle in.
Okay.
This happened over a decade ago, somewhere in northern Michigan during the summer. My friend Kathy, who was 18, my boyfriend's half-sister May, who was 16, and I, 17, drove down from our hometown to visit friends, and we're on our way back in Kathy's, this made me laugh because it's quintessential piece of shit car, and Kathy's shitty little Geo. I'm guessing Geo Metro.
Geo Metro.
There you go. And by shitty, I'm talking this piece of crap was falling apart. More than once, it had stalled or just stopped working on the middle of the street while we were trying to go somewhere.
Girl, been there. Had a 1994 Land Rover at one point.
Yes, we did. But at least that car is badass. A Geo Metro.
Yeah, it is badass. But there was a point where we had to hit the starter with a broom in order to crank it.
That was the Jeep.
No, that was the Land Rover.
I will fight you tooth and nail on this. It was the Jeep. Swear to God.
Or a time where the brakes would just go out.
Yes,
cross your fingers. It doesn't happen on the interstate, but
yep,
it would happen in residential areas.
That did happen in the Land Rover, and the cop. I jumped a curb so I didn't hit the person in front of me, and a cop was right behind me. I was like, "What you doing?" Remember?
Yeah, but he got it. He was like, "Oh, I used to have a Discovery, and I get it."
Yeah, I want to say he let us on our way too. I'm like,
"Oh,
you car, Dad."
I don't want to drive this anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, so Geo Metro. It's a little past midnight, and we're roughly an hour away from home. There's nobody on the road, dense woods on every side, no streetlights, no moon. I can barely see past the windshield because I have a form of albinism that leaves me legally blind in my left eye and with really awful vision in my right eye. My depth perception is terrible, and I can't see more than a few feet ahead of me at most, but usually I can make out lights or other cars if they pass.
This is the driver?
No.
Oh, I was like,
no. Kathy is the driver.
This is a scary story.
Very scary. No, Kathy is the driver of her shitty Geo Metro. This is the passenger. And then May is in the back seat.
Got it.
But I can usually make out lights or other cars when they pass, sometimes street signs and people if they're close enough. Mm-hmm. Anyway, she's legally blind.
Okay.
We drove down this narrow, hilly road, and the Geo makes a strange sound. Kathy brakes at the bottom of this hill, and the car stops. We get out and open the hood, and a bunch of smoke flies out. We try to fix it, but realize we couldn't, and we needed a tow truck. These were the days of MapQuest printouts and brick phones, so we couldn't just whip out our smartphones and look up the closest tow truck. So we decided I'll call my boyfriend Caleb to pick us up, and we'll get a tow truck the following day. I take out my cruddy Nokia to call him and realize I had no service. May and Kathy didn't have service either, so we all hold our phones up trying to get a signal to no avail. It's hot as fuck, and after failing to get any kind of service, we are all feeling a bit spooked and uncomfortable. I wonder if the thick woods and the hills are blocking out our reception, so I tell May and Kathy to wait by the car, and I walk up the hill that we had just come down, still holding my phone out, still no signal. I walk further and further away until I reach the top of the hill. I can't see the outline of the Geo anymore, but I can hear them in the distance. Even at the top of the hill, I don't get a signal. I know it's got to be the trees in the way, so I get the idea of climbing up a tree and calling from there just to see if it works. In hindsight, this was not my brightest idea, but me being an idiot, I walk off into the woods in search of a climbable tree. At this point, I just want to go home, and this is the only thing on my mind. Mm-hmm. I find a nice one with low branches and start climbing it. About midway up, I feel my pack of cigarettes fall out of my shorts pockets. I'm kind of annoyed, but figured I can look for them when I climb back down. I take my phone out and hold it up once I get near the top, and I have service. Relieved, right. I call Caleb. He doesn't pick up, so I call again and again until he does. He answers, and again, this is past midnight. He answers in a sleepy but pissed voice, but I'm having none of that and simply explain the situation. He asks where we are, and I give him the name of the road and my best guess as to how far along we are on it. Mm-hmm. He says he will be on his way and tells me to go back and wait with May and Kathy. I start climbing back down the tree, but stuck my hand in some sap. So I sat there for a minute to try to get it off, and that's when I hear the strangest sound from somewhere below me. It's spelled zwish, 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 and that will make a lot of sense soon.
Okay. By the way, you're not getting sap off.
Oh, I know. She doesn't. Yep. She's pissed.
Yeah, I'd be too.
I completely freeze, not being able to place what the hell that sound is, but it's moving pretty fast. I stare down into the darkness below me, but I can't see shit. Just hear the noise continuing. It comes closer and closer, and then I hear it right below my tree. Swish, swish, swish.
Uh-huh.
Then it stops right under my tree. I hold onto the branches as tight as I can and wait. I hear leaves shuffling and twigs snapping, and after a while, that stops and the weird noise starts again, but it's headed away from me deeper in the woods. I wait until remember, she cannot see. She's legally blind.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I wait until I can no longer hear the sound, then finish climbing down the tree. It's completely silent, so I feel around on the ground for my cigarettes. I don't find them, so I make my way out of the woods and back towards the road. I jog down the hill when I reach the bottom, and I notice May and Kathy are not standing outside the car anymore, and the hazard lights are off. Kathy turned on her hazard lights.
Uh-huh.
I walk over to the car, and May rolls down the window a little bit and whispers in a panicked voice, "Elizabeth, where the hell were you?" I point back over my shoulder towards the hill and started to explain that I called her brother, but Kathy yelled, "What are you doing? Get the fuck in the car."
Ooh.
I give them a weird look, but May unlocks and opens the door, and I crawl into the back seat with her, slamming it behind me. Kathy slams the locks. All the windows are rolled up except for one that didn't roll up all the way, but it left a little crack, but you couldn't even put your finger in it, so it's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm still confused and ask what the heck is going on. May tells me that after I went up the hill, some guy came out of the woods and ran really funny up the hill in the direction I went.
What do you mean funny?
Well, you'll see. It's bizarre.
Is there documentation? Is there a picture? Oh.
With what?
I don't know.
They have no key phones.
I'll see. I don't know. Okay.
Because it's just bizarre behavior.
Yeah.
But no, they have Nokias. What are you going to do?
Oh, right. Okay.
I'll ask if he wants to play Snape.
Maybe.
If he gets the top score, there's your documentation.
Yeah.
They got freaked out and turned the lights off and got in the car. They thought he had got me. I know.
Oh my God.
I know. You have to recap their ages. I think 18, 16, and 17.
Oh, they got you.
They thought we got you, so we were just like, fuck, we better get in and lock it. I mean, that's...
No, you can't go
What are
look.
you going to do?
Yeah, okay. Can't go look for
I'm
it.
honestly scared at this point because if I hadn't stopped to wipe sap off my hands, I would have gotten out of the tree at the same time I heard that weird noise.
Oh.
I knew it was that person. I tell them my story, and we're all scared shitless, but relieved that Caleb is on his way. Now we have to play the waiting game.
Oh, shit.
We sit there for what seems like forever. Suddenly, May says, "Oh my God," and starts crying. Kathy looks back and gasps. I see nothing because it's dark. Can you imagine not being able to see? Oh my God,
babe, you have to describe every fucking word to me. Hurry, wait, what's happening?
Then I hear it. Zwish, zwish, zwish.
I have goosebumps and I don't even know why yet because you haven't told me.
I know.
And your eyes are this big telling me.
So I was like, what? If there weren't more people involved, I'd be like, are we sure this happened?
We'll get to it.
Okay. They both duck down, so I follow their lead, and the noise comes straight to the window. Oh, I can make out a silhouette of a tall, skinny man, and he then presses his face against May's window. And I added the note, not in a hilarious way.
Oh my God. He's not smushing his face on the window, just looking at me.
Making his nose roll smash down.
Yeah.
Then I finally see him. Nobody could scream. We all just stared at each other. He looks in at us for a while until Kathy switches her brights on, hoping it would scare him off, but it did nothing. The dude just walked in front of the car and stood in front of the headlights. Maybe he thought he could block us from leaving. I don't know.
There's no houses around? I'm like, lay on the horn. Let's go crazy.
I know. I don't know why they don't do that, but no, it's just woods.
Okay. Said. Oh my God.
I couldn't make out his features very well, but the guy had to have been somewhere a little bit over 6 feet, no older than 30 years old. Ooh. He had the face of your average Joe, nothing special, nothing really sinister or particularly creepy that you'd notice about him if you ran into this dude in broad daylight. Dark shaved hair, pale skin, long face. I think this is Kathy and May's recap.
Yeah.
May said he had light colored eyes and stubble with eyebrows that made him look like he was always concerned. So I guess they're pointing up. That's not creepy. I don't want to see that in daylight either.
He's not creepy. He's in the woods alone in the middle of the night harassing.
Well, she's saying if you ever ran into him in daylight, he probably wouldn't be scary. But I'm like, he does seem
He's
scary,
unassuming.
though.
Got it.
Right.
Those are the scariest kind.
I know. What was really weird is it was like 80 degrees out, but this dude was wearing corduroys, which is what was making that swish sound, you know, when you walk?
Yeah.
And an oversized sweater that was abnormally long, especially in the sleeves. Like his sleeves went over his hands.
God, he's like Slender Man.
That's what everyone in the comments said. That's exactly what I was picturing too.
Yeah.
He was in front of the car for a while, then started doing something really bizarre.
Stop.
This is so weird. He bends his arms up towards his face, then starts walking in circles around the car, rhythmically taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, like a goddamn Willy Wonka on speed.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
He puts his arms towards his face, with his sleeves over his hands still. So I don't know if he's like in a praying position. His arms are over his face. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Then he starts walking in circles around the car, but doing it rhythmically, taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. All around the car.
You said like a what on speed?
She said like goddamn Willy Wonka on speed.
So is he going fast?
Yeah, I guess.
This is
I don't know.
So weird.
Weird. By now, May was sobbing, and Kathy seemed like she had to vomit. So I felt like I had to be the brave one. I yelled, "Hey man, can you stop? You're freaking us out." Corduroy definitely heard me, so he zwished to a halt. That's his name here from henceforth. Henceforth, that's his name. So he zwished to a halt and looked back into the car through the windshield, looking straight at me. I asked him very firmly to leave, and he took an extended pause, smiled, then Willy Wonka'd out of my line of sight back into the darkness. We couldn't believe it worked, and we awkwardly laughed about what a weirdo he was, but glad he's gone, whatever. So we went back to waiting for Caleb, somewhat reassured, but still paranoid. A little while goes by. I'm like, Caleb, where you at? She said in the beginning they were like an hour away from home. So this could all be within 20 minutes. We don't know. A little while later, Kathy goes, "Oh no, he's back."
Stop.
I couldn't see, but apparently he was doing the 2 steps forward, 1 step back, parallel to us on the side of the road. Now he's not doing circles around the car. He's like next to him doing it.
Ugh.
This time, though, he's holding a big tree branch.
This is so bizarre.
I know. Then I hear Corduroy zwish back towards the Geo, and on my window, he smacks it with the tree branch.
Oh, shit.
May and I panic and I scoot as close to her as possible. They see the dude back up into the woods, then come running back, slamming the branch back into my window like he's jousting with no horse.
Oh my God. How is it not breaking?
It's not breaking. I don't know how. So the title, this was The Corduroy Jouster. Thankfully, the window didn't break, but it was terrifying. And he did this repeatedly.
Go Geo Metro.
I know.
Those hurricane-proof windows.
That's right. Kathy sits up, points ahead, and yells, "I see headlights." She blares the horn and flashes the lights. Now she's wearing the horn. Thank God. Lo and behold, it's our savior, Caleb, and he brought his older brother, Alex. They both get out of the car and head over to us. May's sobs turn to joyous laughter as her brothers approach. Remember, these are her brothers.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have 2 more witnesses who saw this guy?
Yes.
And chase him?
Well, yeah, we'll see. Now, Caleb and Alex are tall. Caleb is 6'8".
Damn.
And Alex is 6'5". So I thought 2 dudes taller than Corduroy Jouster would make him leave, but nope.
This guy's on drugs.
Yeah, I think so too. Caleb walks towards Corduroy, trying to assess the situation, and Alex comes over to the car, taps on the window, and tells Kathy to get out. Kathy's in the driver's seat. So she does, and he walks her over to his car and then comes back to put the car in neutral so he can push it off to the side of the road. May and I slowly get out of the car, and May makes a bolt for her brother's car. I help Alex push the car to the side while Caleb distracts Corduroy Jouster by holding the end of the stick and telling him to fuck the fuck off. So I guess Caleb's fighting with this guy holding the stick, his weapon, while Alex and Elizabeth, who is the teller of the story, push the car off the side.
So they're just like in a standoff with this stick, with this branch.
Yes. Everyone's out in the elements now. It's so crazy. I'm like, hey, now we're 5 against 1. Stick or no stick.
And he's just like, who the fuck are you? What are you doing? Let go of this branch?
Yeah, he's saying, get the fuck out of here. I guess he's not saying anything.
So crazy.
Corduroy yanks the branch away from Caleb and starts backing up by going 2 steps backwards, 1 step forward. So now he's doing like the opposite. He disappears into the darkness down the street. I can't see him, but Caleb can. And the dude backs up pretty far, then comes launching at Caleb, who sprints the other way down the road.
Oh my God.
This is a shit show. He bumps past Alex, who had already gotten out of the Geo and was opening his car door, leaving me behind the Geo alone. No. So she was out pushing. He was in the driver's seat, like steering it off to the side in neutral. She's pushing it off the side, which, go girl. He gets out also and leaves her. Leaves her behind. Yeah, leave it on the road. Who cares? So he leaves her. She's still behind the Geo. Corduroy apparently changed directions and aimed the stick at me, but I couldn't tell. I just hear everyone screaming, Elizabeth. I'm like, Caleb, Alex, get your ass back here. What are y'all doing?
Oh my God.
Sorry. I hate to victim blame that. Come on. She's blind.
Elizabeth's the victim. She's legally blind. And you just, okay. So he was in the Geo Metro driver's seat and then he just bolted to Caleb's car?
Yep.
Wow. Without saying,
leaving her.
Maybe he doesn't know that she's blind.
She's dating his brother.
Oh, yes, okay.
This startles me. So she can't see anything. Apparently, she's told later he turned directions and was darting towards her, and they're screaming Elizabeth. This startles me, and I jump to the side of the Geo, hearing Corduroy smash his stick to the back window.
Oh my God.
I take the long way around the car and sprint off into the road and feel Caleb grab my arm and tug me over to Alex's car.
There you go.
Alex's car. I feel the wind has been knocked out of me and my legs don't seem to work, but Caleb manages to shove me in the back seat and gets into the passenger side. By now, we are all safely in the car and Corduroy is standing like a mantis in the front of the headlights again. He abandoned his stick and he just stood there with no intention to move. Alex puts the car in reverse, slams on the gas, and makes the sloppiest U-turn ever. Everybody was in 100% what the fuck mode as Alex sped away. May and Kathy swear they saw Corduroy chasing it behind us after Alex made the U-turn, but there was no way he was catching up. The next day, I went back there with Caleb, Kathy, and the dude with from the tow truck place. There was no sign of Corduroy anymore, but when I approached the Geo, we saw that in the space where the window didn't close all the way, like there was a tiny crack that fingers couldn't even fit, were my cigarettes. The box was missing, but they were neatly each placed in that little crack along the window.
No.
I have no doubt that was the work of the Corduroy jouster.
Corduroy.
To this day, I wonder if he knew I was up in the tree and took my cigarettes, or if he thought I dropped them and went further into the woods to look for me, or if he just found them later and decided to stick them through the window because he was fucking weird. I also wonder what the hell his intentions were. I still have so many unanswered questions.
Wow.
That's it. They don't know who it was. That was it.
That is so creepy. Definitely on drugs. I wonder if, I have a lot of questions too, Elizabeth.
I do too. Mental illness, someone threw out their OCD with the walking like that. Like they knew someone who had a very, very particular way of walking, and it was similar. It seems weird.
Seems like almost a ritual of some.
Yeah.
From like, what are we doing?
All that and not a word. Like,
was he filthy? Like, did he live in the woods? We think.
I don't know. We don't know.
That is so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When she said she jumped from the tree and couldn't find her cigarettes, I'm like, oh God, someone took them. So I knew it. I mean, clearly, because if you drop them, they're going to be in that general vicinity. If you can't find them, I mean, by touching, someone took them. That is so creepy,
right? That's insane. This next one was written in by Linda. Thank you. She listens to the pod. She rocks.
Thanks, Linda.
This is a scary effing story, and I'm glad you're okay. Here we go. Here's my scary true life story. I used to work at a factory on the evening shift, 4 in the afternoon until 4 in the morning, 3 long nights a week. That's
wow.
Good for you.
Yeah.
The kind of hours that turn your life inside out.
The kind of hours that seem illegal.
Well, 3 nights a week. It's not like she's doing that.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
7 nights a week. But still, it's like a firefighter.
Yeah, sure.
There was a woman I worked with who was kind, quiet, and just lovely. We used to share breaks under the buzz of the harsh fluorescent lights. One night, she mentioned that she walked home after every shift, 2.5 miles down a dark country road at 4 o'clock in the morning. This just didn't sit right with me. So I offered her a lift, even though it was in the opposite direction of my house. I told myself, for the sake of a few minutes, she'll get home safely.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did every night until one night. I dropped her off like always. She waved, smiled, and went inside. I turned back toward home. The road empty. The sky's black. Somewhere along the way, a van passed me going in the other direction. I barely noticed it until I saw its headlights swing around in my rearview mirror. So she passed it. He turned around.
Yeah.
I thought they must be lost. I turned up the music loud, trying to stay awake. Then bump, just a little jolt to the back of her car.
Rear-ended her?
Enough to make me turn down the radio, looked in the mirror, and there it was, the van with no headlights on.
Screw you.
I think he bumped her.
What a dick.
Then another bump, harder this time. So yeah.
He's running her off the road. He's
trying to run her off the road. My heart started racing. I grabbed my old flip phone, ready to dial 999. So they're in the...
Yeah.
I can't remember if she said in her email where she is. UK somewhere. But my hands were shaking. I drove faster, past the police station without stopping, too tired, too scared to think straight. The van followed, flashing its lights and beeping its horn, swerving up beside me. I can see, because it's beside her, I can see 3 men inside. One is hanging out the back door, shouting and throwing beer cans at my car.
Oh my God, these drunk assholes.
Oh yeah.
What's he shouting? Do we know?
Worse than that. No, I don't know what he's shouting.
Oh.
I dropped my phone. It slid under the seat, gone.
Oh, shit.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that feeling. I could see the crossroads up ahead, the turnoff to my house. I didn't dare signal. I just sped up and turned sharp, praying they'd miss me. But they didn't. They turned too.
God.
They followed me right down the narrow passageway to my home. I was beeping the horn like mad, trying to wake my family. And when I tell you, my father and brothers came running out, shotguns in their hand. Those men in the van panicked. They spun that van around so fast it nearly toppled over to its side. She did not have her phone to call her house to say, someone's chasing me. They just knew. Beeping, scared. They grabbed their guns and ran out there. Go, Dad and brothers. Got it.
God.
I know, it's badass.
That gives me a little goosebumps.
I know. Then they were gone. We called 999. The police searched through the night, but there was no sign of the van. A few weeks later, in a town not too far away, it happened again. Same kind of van, same behavior, but that time they drove a young girl off the road and into a creek, but she managed to escape. Police caught the men that night, 3 of them. When they searched the van, they found cable ties, duct tape, knives, and black trash bags.
No.
2 of the men were convicted rapists. They were charged. I can't remember exactly what for, but they only got 3 to 5 years each.
Say name.
I asked, but I'll tell you why in a second.
Oh, okay.
I had to testify. So did that other girl. They're all out of jail now. I don't know where they are, and I try not to think of it, but sometimes I do.
Oh.
I don't drive alone at night anymore, and I'll never let my children do it either. Sometimes I think back on that night and how close it might have come to being her walking home alone in the dark, like her coworker.
Oh my God.
Walking home. I mean, they definitely would have gotten her. She's on foot. So good for you, Linda, for taking that extra few minutes out of your way to take her home, because there's no way.
Yeah.
No way.
No, yeah.
After that, our workplace started paying for taxis to take people home after the night shift. Good
there
for
you
them.
go.
A small change, but maybe the kind that saves a life.
Sure, especially if you're like U.S. cab drivers who carry a gun.
Yeah, for real. I hope this wasn't too long of a story. It was 21 years ago, and it still has an effect on me to this day and made me so aware of my surroundings and made me not so dismissive of my gut feeling. I did ask for names just to see what they'd been up to. She didn't feel comfortable giving them because
they're out.
I think said she didn't want to bring it up for this other victim if she happened to hear
smart.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, some of these perpetrators' families have been wonderful to her, so she doesn't want to bring it up to them either. So she would rather not say the name.
Their family members have been wonderful?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
great.
You know, I'm sure very apologetic for their shitty spawn, you know?
Yeah.
But wow, what a insane story. You're like, gosh, maybe they were just being drunk assholes trying to run me off the road. That's not cool. But phew, got away. Dad and brothers came out with guns. They got scared. Bye-bye. No, they were convicted rapists and had very sinister intentions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I guess I don't know, assume rape or awful monsters just know how to be a little subtle. These guys are aggressive. They're just going to run you off the road, throw shit at you. Like, they're going to do anything to get that lone passenger driver female to get off the road so y'all can all gang rape her, murder her. What y'all are assholes.
Fuckers.
This is why
3 to 5 years
we have a podcast
to
call People Are the Worst.
Rat bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Linda, I'm so glad.
Oh my God. Wow. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of what you would do in that situation, putting myself in your shoes. I'm like, God, I don't exactly what you did. Honk the horn and hope someone comes out. Someone's annoyed enough to at least come out, gun or not. I don't care. Someone see me, see what's happening.
Yeah. It's horrifying. And like they were flashing their lights and beeping their horn too. Like, so the noise wasn't going to scare them. That was my first thought. It's like, make it be as loud and insane as you can, honking, doing whatever you can to get attention, even though it's 4 a.m. But they didn't seem to care about that. So that's insane. I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so glad the other girl's okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn.
So she like just swim away? I mean, she
wrecked into a creek. I'm sure it could have been this thick of water. She climbed out and just hauled.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is terrifying.
I know. And maybe the fact that the other one wrecked scared them into just driving off, because if anyone passes by and sees a wrecked car, they're definitely going to call 999.
Mm-hmm.
They were probably hoping she would just pull over and be like, what?
Was she also driving at like 4 a.m.? Do we know that? Is that their whole thing? Okay.
It said same situation, so I don't know. Driving definitely alone. I don't know if it probably at night. I don't know, whatever. Anyway.
Oh my God. I bet you slept for like 3 days after that. I just can't imagine working a 12-hour shift, being exhausted. You're listening to music so you don't fall asleep, and then your adrenaline spikes that much where you're terrified. God, I bet you crashed and I bet you're drained for the next month. Oh,
yeah.
It's so scary.
Okay. Now this last one, I'm not going to say the title. Okay. We're just going to go into it.
Mm-hmm.
I was working in a sports bar in the morning, and a big dirty fella sat in my section. He had shoulder length wild hair and dirty torn clothing, typical loony garb. But that's probably not
right.
PC. Sorry. I'm reading this. I'm reading someone else's words, y'all.
Sure.
But I'm a good waitress. I don't plan on treating him any differently than any other customer. So I greet him, and I'm instantly hit with the smell of garbage. I grew up neglected and abused, which is important for a few reasons, some of which come into play later.
Aww.
One, I know what it's like to be judged, and I empathize and overcompensate when I deal with someone I think is going to be wrongfully judged. Aww. Two, my parents were creepy hoarders, so the smell of garbage, and then parentheses, garbage and BO together especially, gives me anxiety attacks. Heartbreaking. And three, because of abuse and some other trauma, I have severe PTSD. This sports bar was the last job I was able to hold, which means I'm always on high alert and hypersensitive to my surroundings and possible threats. I think in terms of defense always, especially concerning my home. So even though the smell of this man was skyrocketing my anxiety, I treated him well. I figured he was down on his luck. He came in on the all-you-can-eat taco bar day and stayed for 5 hours.
Wow.
So I figured he hadn't eaten much lately, which struck a personal chord with me because our parents didn't feed us often, and we often went days without food.
Oh, man.
It's so heartbreaking on so many levels. I know. I felt so sorry for him, so I went above and beyond when serving him. He obviously appreciated it, and he left nothing unusual. He returned the next week and requested me. This time, he had brought some emails he printed out between him and his ex and asked me if I could read them and explain some of the things his ex said since I was a girl. I told him I would read it when I wasn't working, which I had no intention of doing, and I took them and shoved them in the bottom of my purse. From the emails, I could see his name was Steve. He later asked what days and shift I worked, and I lied through my teeth.
Yeah.
He's starting to cross some boundaries.
Yeah.
He started asking other personal questions too, and I'm used to this. I've waited tables for 8 years at this point, and I've dealt with a fair bit of creepers. So I have a whole fabricated life story on deck designed to deter any funny business. Stuff like my boyfriend is a giant with anger issues. I have really nosy neighbors, stuff like that.
Which is such a shame that you have to do. But
yeah.
God.
Yep.
Wow.
But there you go. That was smart. So she just like rattles off the story.
Yeah.
I remember the only true thing I ever told him was that my sister worked at Subway and I accidentally said her name. I remember vividly because I had a strong gut feeling that I should not have said that. I wish I'd listened to that feeling.
Yeah.
But it was, already out there.
Yeah.
A week later, during one of my night shifts, Steve came in and he was pissed. He demanded to know why I wasn't working when I said I was. Remember, she lied about her shifts. I said I'd traded a lot of shifts recently, and Steve got super close to me and said, I better be here next time. And then he left.
Manager, boss, supervisor, we need a band situation over here.
They do eventually. So,
wow.
A cook told me that he had, what?
And it's just none of your business when I work. I could have had that shift. I traded with someone. It's none of your fucking business.
She gave you the benefit of the doubt. She treated you with respect.
Right.
She treated you no differently than anyone else. And now you're crossing boundaries. And now I'm getting pissed.
Right.
And she should have ignored you from the jump, I guess, because.
And the reason she didn't is because she suffers her own trauma. And she is being very empathetic.
Yes.
God. Or she thought she was. But now you're just crossing boundaries.
Crossing way too many boundaries.
Yeah.
So. A cook told me that he had seen that guy sleeping in his car in the parking lot that morning and had seen the same car parked in the lot several times when he left at night. He knows it was the same car because it was filled with trash. Steve came back in after last call and told me that he wanted to place an order, but I told him it was too late, so he went into the bathroom. I watched for him to leave, and he never did. At this point, I feel a panic attack building.
Yeah.
I tell the manager what's going on, and he and the bouncer find Steve standing on the toilet in a stall. He was hiding in there.
No.
They drag him out and tell him he can never come back. I told my boyfriend, so when he picked me up that night, he brought 2 friends, and I discreetly hid my face when I left and checked the mirrors to make sure we weren't being followed.
Oh my God. Steve, fuck off. At this point, Ryder, OP, you got to protect yourself and tell them to fuck right off. I'd be like, no, I'm going to call the police if you harass me again.
Yeah. No, she does everything right.
No, she does.
She lives to tell the tale.
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay. Steve never came back, and I ended up quitting shortly after anyway.
Great.
Eventually, my boyfriend and I broke up, and I kept our apartment and had my sister move in. A few months later, things took a turn for the worse. I started dating my girlfriend, and after coming home from a trip one weekend, I noticed that one of the window panes was busted in a multi-pane window.
Wow.
I asked my sister about it, and she said she hadn't noticed. She hadn't left the house all weekend, and she didn't hear glass breaking or anything or see anything suspicious. So I don't really get how it's broken, but
yeah,
maybe like a push to where you wouldn't necessarily hear it, especially if you're asleep, but it was enough to like crack it. And then they stopped. But I don't know. This did not feel like a break-in attempt. And the more I thought about it, the scarier it became. First of all, we were dead broke. There's nothing you could get any money from inside. Trust me, I've tried. I guess they're like what they own.
Yeah.
Nothing. And it's evident no matter what window you look in. Like I said, I think on the defense. So all the windows have blinds, but there are a few with a few gaps in them from the cats. Like the
I guess. Sure.
I've looked through these gaps multiple times to be completely aware from what can and cannot be seen.
Wow.
Also, I put long screws in all the window frames so they can't be open more than 4 to 6 inches.
Good for you. You really do everything right.
I know. Second, the window pane was pried out. Oh, okay. Not busted in. Now I get it. So it was pried out, not busted in, meaning they knew someone was home and they didn't want to be heard.
Make noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lastly, it was the only night in over a year I left town. I didn't put it on Facebook. I only told a few good friends. Neither my sister nor I have cars, so you can't look in the driveway and see who's home and who's not. So, like, how did they pick the one time she was going to be gone?
But, okay. Why would he pick the one time she's gone? If he's obviously building this obsession towards her.
To hide in her room, to hurt her sister. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, I think she does theorize at the end. Sorry.
Okay.
This was one of the first ones I added.
Okay.
So it's been
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I know. It's awful. The next night, we heard the neighbors' dogs barking and growling, and we heard footsteps in the yard. I grabbed the gun, went to the living room next to the yard, and listened, thinking to myself, be smart. Is this 2-legged or 4-legged? Like,
yeah.
What am I hearing? The dogs in the backyard, or is it a human?
This girl's a badass. She needs to be in the military or something.
I know.
She needs to be in U.S. intelligence or something. Well, yeah. I don't even know where she is.
Yeah. The second I realized it was 2-legged, I started flipping the lights on and off rhythmically to make the person think that we were signaling our neighbors. I'm sorry, I cannot speak. So she starts turning on the lights so the person thinks that that's like a sign to the neighbors. Mm-hmm. That made them leave. That's when I knew it definitely wasn't a break-in attempt. You don't return to the house you failed to break into the day before.
Right.
My sister and I got tasers and wasp spray.
And how many German Shepherds?
18.
Wow.
It's cheaper than pepper spray and sprays further. And I added a note here. I concur, bear spray as well. Sprays far and would hurt the shit out of a person. Mm-hmm. It's not cheaper, but I mean, damn. Anyway, because I don't have a CNC, which I guess conceal carry.
Yeah.
And my sister won't touch a gun. So I guess she has a gun, but her sister wants to be armed with other things.
Sure.
The rest of the week was quiet, and my sister was now armed, again, with the spray and the taser. So that weekend, my girlfriend and I decided to go out. We got in a stupid fight that night, and when she dropped me off, I threw $20 in her car and said something snarky like, here's my half of the tab, and I went inside. Mm-hmm. She noticed the $20 when she got a few blocks away and texted that she was going to come back and give it to me, but I told her not to. She knocked, but I didn't answer because I was mad. Mm-hmm. I heard footsteps come up to my bedroom window, and I waited for her to knock on the window so I could yell at her and tell her that I told her not to come by, but they just walked off. She just walked off. She texted to say she tucked the $20 in the screen door, so I got up to grab it, and there was nothing there.
Ooh.
I told her there wasn't anything there and asked if it could have fallen out, and it was not possible. I don't know why that's not possible, but it's not. Then I asked her why she walked to the bedroom window but didn't knock or anything, and she said she hadn't.
Oh, God.
That meant whoever saw her leave money had to be within 50 feet or less from the door. It had only been 3 minutes tops from when she dropped it off to when I checked. And the only place that could have been was in our backyard, like the $20.
Yeah.
Only a couple minutes past, she checked. She's like,
is this a standalone house? Or did you say?
I guess, yeah.
I keep picturing an apartment, and I don't know why.
I thought it was too, but no, it's a standalone house. I kept picturing that too.
Just to test our twinship. Were you picturing Campus Creek in Oxford?
Oh,
I was picturing.
Kind of similar, but you know why we thought that is because she said when her and her boyfriend broke up, she kept the apartment.
Oh, right.
So it is a standalone. They must have yards. It must be like kind of townhomes.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm picturing.
Or a duplex, and she just calls it an apartment or whatever.
Yeah. It also meant whoever walked up to my window knew my girlfriend was there to see me and knew which room was mine.
Oh, my God.
A week later, we heard footsteps in the yard again. I did the same routine, grabbed the gun, stood in the living room, then started with the lights. Then I had an idea. This person needs to think that they can be seen. So I started to flip the light switch every time I heard a step. So every time they stepped, she would turn on the lights.
Love it. There you go.
Once they noticed, they started running. So I ran to look out the peephole to see a big fellow with wild hair running down the alley. Even though I didn't get a great look, the general outline looked like Steve.
Oh my God.
So I start looking for the emails he gave me. Like I said, I'm always on high alert, and he raised concern. The second I noticed his full name was on the emails, I decided I was going to keep him.
Yeah.
I get his last name and searched his public record. Then I pulled up his most recent mugshot and asked my sister if she had seen this man before, and her face turned ghost white. She said, yes, he smelled like garbage, and that made her anxious too. I mean, they grew up in the same house.
Sure.
He came into Subway while she was working a few times, but every time he came in, he asked her a lot of questions. She said she will never forget that creepy, menacing smile he plastered on his face the second she told him her name, and the feeling of pure fear it gave her.
Oh my God.
She rides her bike to and from work, so I'm betting he followed her home. One thing became painfully clear. He didn't hurt my girlfriend when she left the money. He didn't touch my sister when she rode her bike home. This was about me.
Yeah.
The second she told me this, I called the cops. I gave them the emails and told them everything I knew, down to the name of the cook I knew could describe his car. They found his car within a week. It was abandoned by the lake. It was full of trash, a few personal belongings, and pages on pages of his crazy thoughts and intentions. There were hundreds of pages about me and what he thought he knew about me and my sister. There was a checklist of all the subways in town where he thought he could find her. There was also what he learned from her. The layout of our house was in these pages.
Oh
my
God.
Girlfriend's information. And the most fucked up, his very sexually charged plan to keep me alive while he cut me up and ate me. Ate me.
Oh my God.
The plan was, here we are. Okay. I was I couldn't remember. Okay. I couldn't remember if this was the theory or this is it because it's written out. The plan was to break in, kill my sister, and wait for me to come home. That's what he was going to do. Hide in her bed, hide somewhere, kill her sister. Then he was going to cut me. He was going to cut off a piece of me a day and make me watch while he ate it and jerked off.
Are you serious? There's no last name?
In less than, no, well, not that we have. She has it.
Yeah, obviously.
In less than 24 hours, the cops found his body in the lake.
Wait, hold on. Did he take his own life?
I think so.
Wow.
I think when I don't know if he realized this plan was just not going to go. And so I don't know, or he went in the lake for some other insane reason and drowned. I do not know.
Oh my God. A whole new trauma that she has to cope with.
That's what she said.
I had
PTSD. She said I had PTSD before this happened. So did my sister. And this event made it so much worse for us.
I'm sure.
My sister can't work now either. And we're both in the disability process. I debated posting this for a long, long time. I don't like thinking about it or talking about it because it gives me a panic attack sometimes. It has literally taken me 6 hours to write it all out. But I decided it's a story worth telling. I'll never get over it if I keep avoiding it. And maybe, hopefully, it will help save someone else's life. So be kind with comments. Thanks for reading. And then she gave an update being like, I'm overwhelmed with the support. If this helped even one of you, thank you so much for everything you've said. They're all nice, right? Oh my God.
No asshole comments. Okay.
No.
How long ago was that?
She's grateful that she wrote, let me see. 12 years ago. Posted 12 years ago. So it happened a few years before that. I mean, a long time ago. But yeah. All the comments are, of course.
I always wonder like how terrifying or what it must feel like to learn that someone was looking and almost killed you or had a plan for you. Like before BTK was killed and he was stalking this woman who was going to be his next victim, but he got arrested. He got caught right before. And I'm like, cops must have notified her that she was going to be a victim. So yeah, I wonder what that must feel like. And she lived it. Like, this is what it feels like. This horrible. Poor girl.
I know.
Wow. And sister and girlfriend and
all of it.
Jesus.
Because it's not like, gosh, maybe all that goes out the window. The whole like, maybe I was overreacting. Maybe he was just
no. When you put it in writing,
the second you find that, you're like, oh, it's actually way worse than my imagination could. That beyond killing me. Way beyond.
Yeah.
He was going to cut off a piece a day, make her watch him eat it while he jerks off.
That's some serious demons. Oh, holy shit. Now I really want to know what.
So glad he's dead.
Yeah, for sure. He needs to be dead. I want his name.
Steve
Cannibal.
Ugh.
I can find him. I'm going to find him.
Well, we don't know where that is. And I'm sure she would have said, I don't know.
Yeah. I won't dig for it. I'll respect her clear wishes. Whew, that is your creepy Halloween episode.
Yeah, I'm going to leave y'all with that one. Oh, wait, let me see. Do y'all want the update? Okay, so she says, I'm overwhelmed with support. Thank you all very much. I have a request. If you read this and something in it ends up helping you in the future, even if it's years down the line and the light trick works to get a creeper out of your yard, I'd love to know.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah, no, yeah, you did. You gave a lot of good tips in there. She did.
Yeah, she seems to have deleted her Reddit. But wow. Or no, she didn't, but she's not posted in a really long time.
Yeah.
Sorry. How insane. But yeah, everyone's very nice in the comments.
She's incredible.
She's a badass, incredible. And her sister.
If it were anyone else, he would have gotten her.
Oh,
like, she was smart. Like the lights thing,
she's on the defense.
Gun, she's on the defense all the time. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Messed with the wrong one.
That's the one I'm going to leave y'all with. Happy Halloween. Stay vigilant.
Have fun tonight.
Have fun. And don't be a dick and egg cars or houses. It's fucked. Okay. Thanks. That's the PSA. Love y'all. Y'all are the best.
People are the worst. Bye.